for this conversation. I hope you are all right. So
indeed we are.
All right. So everything started when someone sent me a message sharing a video about like interfaces, like LLMs generating code, and saying, you are going to, AI are going to take your job in 3, 2, watch until the end. And still the person was saying, wow, you are going to lose completely your job. And I say, okay, but this makes me wonder, all right, AI can design a button, right? They do can, but are they really able to design a system? They already can generate interfaces, write the code, even the components that we have, but is design system just a component library? Is design system just generating these? So are we going to really lose our, like, is AI taking our job? So great questions. Are we going to be desperate about what I'm going to do next, right? So I think we should see what's happening on the shift. So we are entering on a new era where software is changing. We are seeing the rise of this vibe coding, and what we can do now for follow this shift. Sorry, because it's not synchronized, so sometimes I'm using the track. So first, before we had this really manual idea. First, we designed everything, like we had the ideation, the design process. We hand off like really delayed because sometimes we had not all the documentations delivered. We step by on the development and then we iterate. So sometimes even in the agile era, we were always doing this step-by-step phases. And now it's became so easy to simply go on an idea, prompt to generate and iterate. And also we are seeing that tools are able to not only writing code, but also delivering design, even in the Canvas, even in Figma. So anyone on the product team, designers, developers, a product manager or a product owner, can generate an interface, right? They are able to do it. But what is missing on this process? I think it's something is really not in the right way, or it's going maybe too fast. Are we really questioning the quality of the things that we are delivering? What's happening? So tell me if you are already using AI to generate ideas. So if you are, do a thumbs up, please, so we can see the reactions. All right. So you are already maybe familiar with Figma Make, Lovable, maybe GitHub Copilot, Claude. So you can see that they can really change the way that we are building things, right? So it's a state that they can generate interfaces, but they are not generating the system. They still having the same problems. So they still have problems with code quality because they are generating a poor code with duplicate code, random values. They still have issues with inconsistency. Sometimes they are not using the same colors. They are not using the same spacemates around. They still have issues with accessibility. So with UX. So yeah, they can generate interfaces, but they are not generating again the systems, and it's still for sure they are still doing many mistakes. The problems that they are like dropping are the same there that we already had before. So many problems that we are having taken from the process and really investigating, trying to resolve on the design systems part. So what really takes to create the system and also to help this AI to generate code well? And the answer is going to be this magical word that we are going to listen a lot on these days, is about context. I think actually it was the word of 2025. It was context. Context, not even AI. It's mainly context. um, so the question here is going to be what that leads us to this next revolution, right? Um, and one of the things that it's changing is the usage of MCPs. The MCP, I don't know if you're familiar with the term. Yes, yes. I'm going to explain. It's a protocol. So for mostly designers and not developers, so it's kind of an API, so a way of communicate with LLMs. So, for example, Figma has already its MCP, which allows Figma to connect with an LLM, for example, for Claude or for Copilot, and give all this context that we are talking about to the LLM to understand the design. And so, what are these models that they are accessing? What is this context? So they are trying to reach the design tokens that we're reading, the components, the layout that we are creating, but also the documentation that we are writing around. So they started in the beginning guessing the UI. They haven't, like in the past, before LLMs, they only have, before MCP, I'm sorry, they only had some guessing. So they didn't really knew the real value or the real variable that has been using on the system. They try to infer that. But with the MCP, they are now able to really catch the real values and also the real variables used on a Figma file, for example. Is that clear? I don't know if it was not really clear. All right. So what those so with MCP, AI now can finally understand the context, the design context. They are going to be able to allow the models to find the design tokens, components, layouts, and the documentation on the file. So what we are going to see is that our Figma files are no longer just design artifacts. So, for example, on the handoff completely, like we are going to deliver these files, but they are going to become a real source of structured data for the machines to read these data and try to understand the rules that they are there and generate the code that they want. So they are using what they are doing as an MCP. They are accelerating our ideas because we are going to be able to, like, we have the idea, we can prompt right away, we can do the iteration on code, but also on like in both ways, right? And on code, on Canvas, on design. We are going to improve the generation of the UI because we are going to give more ideas and be able to iterate fast. They are going to improve handoff because now they have the right keys for the code, and they are going to be more aligned with the code. We have a question. So Figma does not. So what Serene is saying, that Figma doesn't generate the code, so you mean the MCP and the Figma works together to generate the LLM? No, what happens is Figma has an MCP server inside Figma. So this means that it's able to connect to an LLM. So Figma can, like with the MCP server activated, they can discuss between the design file and the LLM of a developer, for example, a Copilot or a Claude Code. They are going to connect those things. It's not about Figma generating the code per se. It's mostly output that will generate the code. And we have, like, Figma just launched today, I don't know if you saw, that if we started to code in some language, we are going to be able to write or to design in the canvas as well. So first we had just this unidirection way of creating, right? We just designers creates and delivers, and then we need to generate code. But now we can generate already the code, and then we come back to design, maybe for creating, for refining the screens that we have. And the thing that allows this connection is the MCP server. I think it's right away. Oh, okay. So that's why we are now arriving on our design systems and saying that the design systems matter more than ever, because we as a design system, like personified as a design system people, we hold all the rules, we hold all the context. We are coming from an abstract to become this infrastructure. So being able to read, because if the machines, they can read the file, they are going to be able to create a better UI. So that's why the design systems are going to inform all those contexts to the LLMs or to the MCPs to create something even better. So design systems became really incredibly important. They are no longer optional on our way of creating, because they became this infrastructure. So, and what makes them so powerful? It's just what I already said to you. They hold the context. A good design system already provides the design tokens, the colors, typography, the grids, the semantics, but also the patterns and the documentations. In all of those things that we are creating, they generate a constraint. And constraints is everything that AI needs now. They don't need to be so creative. They need to be structured. Sorry, because again. So AI, they don't need to be flaw. They need to be a pointer. They need structure to create quality, and also to deliver a better result, a result that really goes with the intent that was delivered and that was required in the beginning. So design systems provide structure. The shared language that we were asking before, like only about designers and developers, or designs in the product team or the branding. Now, this language is not only for people, they are also for machines. And if the machines are the central part now of the way that we are building, so does design systems. Do you think so? What do you think? And so for
Oh yeah.
I think I lost my shared screen, right?
Mm-hmm. Gabriela, I think we lost. Yeah, present. Yeah.
It's back. So now, like we waited.
It's back,
Let's
but
see.
we still. Yeah.
Can you see the screen? All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna. So how can we?
Oh, good.
Oh, good. So how can we future-proof our systems, right? And I think it's not anything new. This is the funniest thing, because the old things that we are doing, creating design systems, are the best practices to create design systems for now. So I'm going to leave you with some recalling good practices on design system. And we are going to see some principles around creating a good design system for AI. So the first thing is using design tokens, so converting every value to variables. So keep in mind that tokens are structured data. Everything, like the concept of design tokens is creating design data, right? So the first thing in the basic one is really going to your Figma file or your design file and making sure everything, you don't have a random numbers popping out for there. Like, really make sure to tokenize everything and to understand the connections between those values. The second thing is naming and structure. So one thing it's really interesting. We must rename our layers. It can be like tiring to say that, but to say, oh, we already name our layers. We already even use AI to name our layers. But make sure the naming that you are giving are semantic. They really can express your intent. But not only that, make sure you can clean up your files, clean up with your frames, your groups, like really connecting the components correctly. So we need a clear and safe structure for the for the LLM to really connect with a really good code quality, because the code generated, it's going to become from what is structured on the design file. The third one is reduce visual entropy. So sometimes we do creative variations, inconsistency, and we don't know why the decisions were really done, right? So the idea here is writing down these decisions and trying to understand these connections between what I'm doing. So really becoming rules, not like, I thought it was like that, or maybe I'm going to share something with the developers. So instead of only sharing like vocally, or try to write down these things now using documentations, documenting patterns and decisions, and remembering that these documentations are going to be good for humans, but they are going to be much better for machines, because they don't have feelings in a way. They really need to understand those constraints that we are creating. So an example for this is really doing the do and don'ts, really clearly stating what we can do. And the most important one, which has a little bit a bug here there, the most important one is align design to code. And nowadays, Figma is helping us to do this task. How? With the variables that they creating. Even in the variables panel, we can scope those variables. We can say the type of the variable. We can even giving the name of the variable specifically for each framework that we are using. So for Vue, for React, etc. We can use annotations. Annotations are really interesting because they can you can create categories for the annotations, sometimes for accessibility, sometimes for development, sometimes for motion. So we should use like a lot the annotations because they are the best way to communicate with the intent with the developers and with the machine. The developers, they also can help you connect the Figma file with a feature called Code Connect on Figma. And Code Connect are going to be able to use the code that has been already done by the developers directly from the Figma file. So that means if another developer comes and try to use the file, or even another developer comes and try to use this on LLMs, they are going to be able to use the same code, just like if they are using the repo. So they are connecting direct Figma with the repository. And finally, the MCP, which is the server that are going to be able to allow those connections. So you see, Figma is helping already. It's not perfect, right? In here, I'm only talking about Figma. Maybe you are using other other design tool. But if you are using Figma, try to explore everything that are going to be able to improve the experience for developers, and also connecting the design with the code. So these are not really future one, because if we do already a design system that well established, we are going to need all those things. We are going to need the tokenization. We are going to be clear on what we do. We are going to be explicit on what we are creating. We must document and have good documentations, and we must be aligned with the code. So you see, nothing new. It's nothing new. I'm sorry to disappoint. And if you remember what my friend said, oh, AI is going to take your job in 3, 2, 1. I'll say, okay, wait. Now I can see that AI can design a button, but it's not going to design the system. It's going to run on a design system. So it needs the design system to be much better. So with AI, people are going to be able to build faster, but AI with design systems, they are going to build much, 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 much better. I hope you enjoyed these tips around design systems. I hope if you have any questions, I think we still have some time to the conversation, but we also can continue the conversation on LinkedIn. Maybe we are open to some questions if you have time. I don't know.
Yeah. Feel free to ask, guys, in the chat box, or you can even open your mic and just ask your question. Let's make it a bit interactive.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, still have some time. You can keep Gabriela for a bit of time and ask her some questions. Yeah, I think there is someone dropped. Yes, Serene, please go ahead.
Hello everyone. I'm Tireen. Thank you for the session. It was very intuitive, and I have a question about this session. Can you give us a little example of something like a case study or something happened like where AI can help us in, for example, building a design system, or something related to MCP?
Mostly, thank you for your question. What I'm actually saying that we are on design systems. We are the ones who are going to set the tone for AI. So it's not AI helping us creating the system. AI are going to help us to deliver better experience. So, for example, maybe it can help us to document better. If we, for example, try to create a button and say, hey, Claude, what do I need for documenting this button? So you prompt this, and it's going to help you to make a better documentation. So you can use AI as a support for better creating all the steps that I told you for a design system. So you see, it's like you are using AI to improve the experience, but after that, what's going to be consumed it's going to be a result of what AI is giving to us, and what they are going to consume on MCPs, on LLMs. I don't know if it's clear. It's like uh,
Yeah,
like we
it's
are.
clear. Thank you.
I think at this stage, everything is a bit confusing. We're just learning to map or understand the intersection between all of these tools and how it works together, specifically with AI. Um, yeah. So I have a question like that. Do you think, Gabriela, that right now designers should now have a level of technical or coding knowledge?
I think designers should understand the medium where they are working.
Yeah.
So before it was really open the HTML and try to understand a little bit about CSS and classes and etc. But now, since we are prompting things a lot, I think we should
Mm.
get curious about how these things are connected. So
Mm.
I think one way of connecting these is trying to use Figma Make or Lovable, I don't know, like a generator,
Yeah.
even to create.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I believe like each and every one of us right now has tried one of the tools. I believe that at this stage, we all have tried these kind of tools. And yeah, it's kind of interesting. I see some people like commenting on LinkedIn, maybe talking that these tools are still not working effectively and there are a lot of bugs and stuff. And others saying that it should be learned like in the right way, and you have to learn how to use these kind of tools so that it gives you better results and good results. And I think
Yeah,
there are
and
layers in between. Yeah.
I think one of the things that is not really working well is because of the misuse of design systems on these tools. Because
Yeah.
if you don't really set the rules and set the constraints, they are going to do a lot of hallucinations. So an hallucination is something that they are inferring. It's not
Mhm.
something that they are strictly following. So
Yeah.
for me, that's the way. So if you give the guidelines, it's going to be easier to arrive where you would like to follow. It's like a map.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I believe in that too. Um, So now I think that this kind of connection between coding tools and AI tools and MCP servers, I think that we will be like the handoff of designs to engineers is a bit more consistent and effective, and like each sides have control over it, which is good.
Exactly. Like before, we had this handoff where we should document everything, and then the developer should take it, read it, and understand it. Now, who is doing the interpretation is the machine. So that's why we still, as designers, need to document and to create like all the intent that we would like to have a better interpretation on code. Yes.
Yeah, right. I think that's awesome. All right. Actually, we're still waiting for your questions. If you guys have any question, you can jump and ask it. If you want, you can ask in Arabic. I will try to translate. كان حاول تسأله بالعربي نجم نتصرف. We can translate it. All right. I see no further question. I have another question for you, Gabriela. So, okay, can you talk a bit about the design ops field? Because it sounds interesting for me, and I want to know more about what you do exactly.
The design ops field, it's mainly the connection between all. They have three pillars. I do like to work on this thing, this session. The theory is, we have some theory by the Nielsen and Norman group. I can share the link after if you would like.
Yeah.
And they have three pillars. So the first one is about together. So how we connect with people inside the organization. So that means onboarding, treating the process that we are creating when we are working on design matter.
Yeah.
The second one is get things done. So it's going to be everything related to productivity. So tooling, design systems, and workflows. So improving workflows. And the third one is going to be impact. Impact is how the design is impacting. So numbers strategically. So how the design is going to bring value concretely to the product and to the company. So working on the three fronts, you can do a lot of things. So either you are going to be able to work on the strategy, to connect with product teams, with the tech, because sometimes they need this connection, the communication, and also advocate for the role of the design and the maturity of the design team inside of organizations. Either you're going to be able to improve the process around working together, collaborating. Either you're going to be able to create, to make the work easier and faster. So creating templates, design systems, files to improve the productivity on all designers on the group. So it depends. So you have a lot of fronts, and you must, because I worked on two fronts. I worked on the impact one because I do like to be the community. So for me, raising up the community is really important, not only as a design system, but as a designer per se, because it's how we share our practices.
Yeah.
And I do love the get things done as well, because you are able to improve the way that you are doing things, by changing the way that you build things. So with the design systems and with the tools that you are using. So really understand how Figma works, or even other design tools as well.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Indeed, thank you. That's interesting. Interesting to know, because I think here in Tunisia we still don't have this job. It's not really requested. And yes,
Oh,
I think
really?
it's really important to build the ecosystem of the design field. And so that's why I'm always curious to know more about what the role exactly, what is the role exactly behind the design ops, like engineering, or what is it called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
leading, you can connect actually both, like you are more strategically. It's really showing up the value of design inside the organization. So maybe it's a role for
yeah,
you, as you're saying. So I don't see the role here. So actually, it's because it's missing. It's an opportunity for you.
yeah, exactly. Right, it's interesting. Yeah, please, Serene, go ahead. You can jump.
Yeah. All right. Yes, I've been to config. I have been to two configs.
Cool.
I have been to config San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and last year I've been to the London one because it was in
Yeah.
Europe. And this year I'm going to config San Francisco again. I think.
Cool. That's
Are you coming? How many? Are you
for
coming as
me.
well?
I hope so. I wish so. It's really interesting for me as well. Unless like it's not really easy, so that although I have an invitation and stuff, so we have the visa things and stuff, and yeah, so it's kind of a little bit not that easy for me, but I hope so. Last year it was in London as well. It's for London. I might have a chance to attend, but this year I think it's only in San Francisco as well. There is no other.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
But
Okay,
yeah.
I have a question. Sorry. Does it happen like always in London and in San Francisco?
No.
Doesn't it doesn't have in France or in Italy,
We
because it's
wish.
very close to us.
We
Yes.
wish. We
We
wish.
wish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
wish
okay.
in France we would like so much, because the Parisian bureau are the Parisian office are a big one.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it's a big one. The office, they are really important. They have all the East European and
Yes.
the EMA part.
Mm-hmm.
So why not come with them, right? So, but no, they decided it's only in San Francisco because they are originally from there. So it's
Mm-hmm.
where the big party happens. It's a really amazing experience because you really connect with everybody from around the world.
Yeah.
First year was 12,000 people.
Mm.
So it's a lot of people inside the
Yeah.
conference, and it's such a good vibe. So if you have the opportunity, Cyrene, I think you should. You should.
Yeah.
It's really
One
like
day I am
magic.
gonna like go. I hope
Worth
so.
it.
I saw like in the picture there is a lot of merch and workshops and like a big conference and a lot of
Exactly.
celebrities. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
you can meet people. So
mm-hmm.
it's not only about swag.
like, yes, it's like connecting, not working with people. It's the
Yeah.
most important thing. Designers from all over the world, like learning about their insights and stuff, and like meeting them, real
Mm-hmm.
like it's cool, and enjoying those moments together. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's really awesome. And yes, I hope we can have config on maybe Europe and on France, like somewhere like closer that we can like jump and attend the config
Yeah,
there.
it's one of the most like important like events for the designers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
biggest
It's a huge event. Yeah. The
yeah.
biggest conference.
Yes, exactly. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, please. Again, I'm gonna be asking again if you want to jump and ask any question. And yes, we almost.
I can also talk about a little bit about the design systems in a way that, because we said design systems are not component libraries. So I would like to understand from you, what do you agree with this statement? What do you think design systems are? Why do you think design systems now are so powerful? It's maybe a question for you, but if I'm going to add on it for sure. Is anyone with
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes, Celine again. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, from what I know, because I didn't before work on design systems, but what I know, it's kind of like the brand book, the library of design files. So where you will find like colors, typography, tokens, component, etc. Like, for example, buttons, grids, everything. The design system is very important. Why? Because it will have help to, for example, for a brand. For example, for I don't know, Wise. There is a brand called Wise.
yeah.
Has like a very famous design system. So I think it's like the image, like the brand of the society, or of the firm. So it's very important, and also it helped to gain, I think, time. And even, for example, for next project, when you want to work for another project, you will find a whole back, like which is the design system. So it
Yeah.
will help like to work on multiple projects at the same time.
Yeah, but I used to say the design system is not only these component libraries. We are also trying to understand the connection. So it's a little bit service design between designers, developers, product owners. So the branding one. So usually the branding is not in the part of the system with us. So we have to go there and try to understand their strategy, their values, their mission, to convert it to the digital part. So the design system is mainly it's not only the components that we are seeing here. They are really the connections between people. So that's why they are so powerful.
Yeah, indeed. It's like the heart. The very. It's an very important, like, I don't know. It's the heart. The thing that orchestrates the whole system. The whole um
Exactly. The production,
yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's kind of a backbone, actually, from
Oh, yeah, that's the word I was looking into. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think like mastering design system now is started to get more important than anything else with the rise of AI. Uh-huh. And keeping it organized, it will help you use AI and get good results out of it. Yes.
you synthesize everything about this talk. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
exactly. Yeah. So designers, please focus on like having a great design system. Master that.
exactly.
Yeah. Right. That's so interesting.
Right.
And it was a cool discussion, a funny one, an interesting one. And like we like your presence, Gabriela. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this conversation. I really enjoyed to be here. I hope you really learned something, like you got inspired to change your files. Really starting to reorganizing the files and try to see how can you improve. Because I'm sure this quality that you are bringing to your files are going to be able as well to bring it to your product. So thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you. And I hope we can have like more sessions. It would be amazing. Like,
Yeah,
yes.
for sure. Anytime.
Thank you so much. It was nice. We've learned a lot, and it was enriching, obviously. Yeah, I hope to many more, and I wish we see you in very soon event. I hope we see you in config as well. That would be amazing.
Yeah, even in France, like if you are around in France, because I don't know, sometimes Tunisians, they have a really good connection in France. So if you're dropped by Paris, let me know. I'll be around.
Thank you so much. All right. So, yeah, please you feel free to connect with Gabriela on LinkedIn. And yeah, thank you so much. So all I can say is see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.